My boys, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have somewhat of an interesting video for you guys. So the Nintendo Switch number 2 got announced, well, is gonna get announced by the end of the gaming console cycle calendar thing Nintendo was saying, by the end of that. And if you haven't guessed it, your boy's kind of a big Nintendo fan, Legend of Zelda, all that cool stuff. I believe that Nintendo is going to win this console war between Sony, PlayStation, and Microsoft. And now you might be saying, Platt, what the are you thinking, bro? Hear me out. Obviously, Nintendo has to do right by the next console, right? And I have sort of created a little list of what the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Switch Up can possibly have. By the way, I don't know if that's the name. That's not, you know. These are some key features, by the way, that Nintendo needs to have here in order for it to win the console war. All of these are going to be very essential for every single gamer. Well, at least the type of gamer that I am. Hopefully you are the same gamer. First of all, out of the gate, out of the blue, and I think it got confirmed, backwards compatibility. We have such a big library of backwards compatibility that it's not even crazy. It's crazy, right? It has to have backwards compatibility. And not only that, I wish they could do like a $5 upgrade. So like when you buy the, you know, let's say you have Paper Mario 1000-Year-Old Door and you want it to run in 4K, which by the way, that's also a feature that they announced in the future. I think it's going to do 4K 60 FPS. You know, like I feel like if I pay $5, like I can have Paper Mario and like Ultra HD and like crazy graphics and all that stuff. I really wish that's a thing, mainly because I have so many damn Nintendo Switch games. I really wish, you know, I can play them in a higher frame rate, a higher thing. Imagine playing Legend of Zelda, right? That's why people emulate Legend of Zelda, Tears of a Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild, because it has such a like big, like impact type. You know what I'm saying? It has such a big.
A few minutes later,
people emulate these games because we want to see it run in a higher frame rate. And I'm not saying the Nintendo Switch can't handle it, but it struggles sometimes, maybe most of the time, you know, but that's the thing, obviously, right? So it has to have backwards compatibility, right? It has to have 4K 60 HD, but I wish it does 120 FPS at 1080p. That would be crazy to see. I doubt that we're gonna get that, but I really hope we get 120 FPS at 1080p. I really hope that's a thing. The Joy-Cons, they said they're going to be magnetic, so you're no longer gonna slide them in, right? I don't know. The Nintendo Switch was the marketing name because you're kind of switching it up, you know, between console and handheld. But apparently, hopefully with these new Joy-Cons that we're getting that is going to be magnetized, by the way, it won't no longer do this clicking noise right here. So you guys hear it? These were going to be magnet. I don't know if they're going to go for like a Legend of Zelda, like a MagSafe type thing. We're not going to get the OLED screen. Unfortunately, the OLED screen is going to be gone because then that would raise the price up for the Nintendo Switch. But the games look fantastic in this OLED screen. I feel like I'm playing at 1080p with the OLED and how vibrant and vivid the colors are. I love OLED. I have an OLED 4K monitor. I have an OLED ultra wide, and my main TV over here is also OLED. I love my OLED, and I hope this screen is beautiful, right? It's nice and big, and it's, you know, bright. I wish it was a little bit bigger, just, you know, that's what she said type thing. 8 inches. That's all you need is 8 inches, all right? The kickstand's gonna get reamped. This is all stuff that everybody knows, right? And everybody be saying like, I know this information already, right? Now, I wish, right? I wish that the console, right? The dock itself, right? Where you see the, I wish that had like a screen on it, like maybe a pixel screen to throw back like the old GameCube / era of Nintendo 64 type thing. You know, Nintendo has done some weird stuff before, so maybe, you know, if they do that, I welcome the change. Thank you so much, Nintendo, for the screen on the dock, if you decide to do that, right? Oh, also in handheld mode, I really hope they do manage to get 1080p at this at 60 FPS. Or I'll even accept 1080p at 30, but that's kind of pushing it. You know, we kind of like on the 60 and up era right now, Nintendo, so please don't cheapen out on the hardware here. How much do I think that the Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo consoles going to cost? To me, I believe $400, especially with backwards compatibility and a bigger screen, better hardware, ramped up amperage and all that stuff. Maybe $450 tops if they decide to get like a pro version out there. I would totally pay $450 for an OLED Nintendo Switch. Now you might be saying, Platt, that's all cool and all, but in the beginning of this video, you made a bold statement. You said that Nintendo will end this console war. Nintendo will be the victor of everything, and it'll be the ultimate console. That's right, guys. Want to know why? Because Nintendo Switch has sold most copies in the whole entire world. Now, if I come to you right now and tell you, hey, you can play Legend of Zelda, any Legend of Zelda that came out on Nintendo Switch at 4K, 60 FPS, and they released Twilight Princess with this pack and enhanced Twilight Princess to make it HD, whatever they decide to name it, tell me you won't go and buy this game, because this game sells, baby. The game will sell. Everybody's been waiting for this Legend of Zelda. It's a perfect launch for the Legend of Zelda. Surely they'll release it for the old Nintendo Switch, and especially if they say, hey, by the way, any Nintendo Switch game that you guys probably bought, why did they butter you guys up and say, you just got to give us $2? Or any Nintendo member that has Nintendo membership gets a free upgrade to the HD 4K, and then that would sell their virtual consoles on the new Nintendo Switch as well. Are you getting what I'm putting down? Are you picking this up? And now, for the final blow, Xbox could be like, yo, their showcase had a lot of beautiful games, but until we play them, until we get in there and can see what's going on, we'll never know. If Xbox goes to Nintendo Switch and be like, hey, my boy, Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch like, what you want, bread box? And you'd be like, let me put my games in your system, please. And Nintendo Switch, bet, what do I get? You get all my Xbox games. They won't go to Sony. We won't release them at Sony. It'll be exclusive to Nintendo, Xbox, and PC, obviously. Now you gotta make a hard decision, right? You buy an Xbox Series X and get the Xbox games, or you buy a Nintendo Switch with just about the same hardware specs as a PlayStation and a Series X, with Mario in 4K, Zelda in 4K, and all the Xbox games that would run perfectly in this Switch with the better hardware. Tell me you won't go to the store and buy one and say, yeah, I'm kind of done with Sony. And then Sony has this exclusive, but those exclusives are also coming out in PC within the span of 3 to 2 years. If Xbox decides to say, hey, that's it, we're kind of done, we just want to focus on Game Pass, and brings Game Pass to the Nintendo Switch, which, by the way, there has been rumors that they've been talking about merging or sending the Xbox Live thing to Nintendo Switch. No questions asked. What are you going to buy a PlayStation to play Stellar Blade? If you didn't own a PlayStation, you sort of went under the radar. So I'm just saying, it's a thought for your fits, for your heads. You know what I'm saying? I really think Nintendo, and if Xbox wants to help out, they can really give it to Sony in sales, in console sales, and everything. And Xbox can even triple or maybe quadruple its business in Game Pass, because you know how many people own a Nintendo Switch? That's why Nintendo's so good. It has so many good franchises that us adults have been, you know, playing since the dawn of time. And if they bring it in 4K, 60 FPS, or even 1080p at 60 FPS, Sony, you're gonna be done. Let me know what you guys think of my crazy thoughts that are going up in my head. I really hope the Nintendo Switch 2, or the predecessor to the Nintendo Switch 2, will be amazing, and hopefully Nintendo doesn't create another Wii U. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, all the buttons in the world, and I will catch you guys in the next one for my Stellar Blade review. I know it's been a while. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it for you guys, all right? See you guys in the next one. Peace.